Well, hey everybody, it's Bug Eater 64, and I'm gonna make a short video here, a little tutorial, I guess you'd call it. I've had a number of people ask me how am I using an old program, Air Hauler, in X-Plane 11. So I thought what I'd do is I'd just take a few minutes here and show you how I do it, kind of step by step. So to get started, let's go ahead and here's my computer screen, and we'll go ahead and I'll open the Air Hauler program. Alright, so there it is. Now Air Hauler, I've already made up a company, Air America DoX. So click on OK. Company is loaded successfully. And it shows that Air America DoX currently has $56,000 in cash, but my net worth is $184,000, and my reputation is 42%. Now I want to get to 55% by doing different flights, so that I can actually hire AI aircrew. But I own one aircraft, and that aircraft happens to be a Cessna 172. And we can look at it. Look at my fleet here. Excuse me. And you can see here it's my 172. Now the 172, it's in 100% condition. I've got 81% fuel. It can carry cargo 595 pounds. And its range is 400 miles. Okay. So that's the airplane that I own in the business. So I go to the jobs board, and right now this shows all the jobs that are currently available with my settings. Now, let's see, let's go to, I've got one base, which is California City. My monthly rental is $7,000. And let's see, finances. And it shows how I've been going. Not too bad. And if I had a logo, it would go here. Okay. Let's look at ops. Nothing going on there. So let's go back to the jobs board. So this shows all of the jobs that are available in my area. Now, I have selected a job. Right now, let's click on, I'll show you where the airplane is at. Right now, it is sitting at Ontario. So the mission I had selected, I have to go from Riverside back to Cal City carrying shrimp. The distance is 77 miles. The weight is 540 pounds. And that'll make me $5,000. Okay. Now I've got 44 hours to complete this mission. So, there's no real hurry. Now, if I just want to see my job, I go to my jobs board, and it shows you right here, Riverside. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to fly the plane empty from where I landed my last job to Riverside Municipal. No big issue. It's not that far. I think it's a 10-mile flight. So what I'm going to do is select the job. Come down here, and I have a choice. Fly AI crew to fly the mission for me, but since I haven't got the reputation yet to own or to purchase or to hire air crew, I'll have to fly it myself. So I select a job myself. Now where I'm at right now, there's no cargo because I'm at Ontario, and I've got to get to Riverside first. So what I'm going to do is, presently it says that I've got 81 pounds of fuel on board, which in the Cessna gives me under an hour's estimated 110 nautical miles. Normally what I do is, if there was cargo, I would empty all the fuel out of the plane, load the cargo on to make sure that I can get all the cargo in one flight, then load the maximum amount of fuel left over that the program will allow me, and it maxes out the weight of the airplane. So, and all this is based on the Cessna 172, and it shows my present position. I'm at Ontario International. So we click now, and it automatically starts X-plane. Excuse me while I take a little sip of coffee. It's a bit of a cloudy day here in South Carolina right now. All right, so let's select a new flight. And in most cases, I do not use, let's go ahead and take this, track real world time, done. I am using real world weather, and in Ontario, it's scattered clouds. Okay. But as I said, I rarely use the 172 to make these flights. So on this particular flight, I'm going to go ahead and use the Quest Kodiak for X-plane 11 with the Laminar G1000. So we're at Ontario. Let's see where we're at on the airfield. Gate 7, okay. So we will confirm that, and then we start the flight. And as always, X-plane takes its sweet time. And this is version X-plane 11.20 B3, Beta 3. I'm not going to be using VR today. I'm going to keep this simple. Okay. Yep, I understand about the scenery. Alright, and you see right here, welcome to Air Hauler. Go ahead and start your airplane. So Air Hauler recognizes that I'm sitting in my airplane. As far as it's concerned, I'm sitting in the Cessna 172. But I'm not. I'm sitting in this little beauty right here. That is my Quest with my, that's actually one of my older virtual airline businesses, Cheapo Direct Airways. And so get things started. Don't need the electric tug. Excuse me. Don't need the tie downs, don't need the covers. Everything else looks good. And you can see weather isn't the greatest. So get back inside, double check something. VR pilot, okay, good to go. We'll move the yoke so we can get things started here. And let's check our flight plan. There we go. So we will activate that. I already had the flight plan set up. Very good. And turn the fuel on. Go ahead and turn our beacon on. Okay. Let's go ahead and see if we can get an engine start. Starting up. Go ahead and it's just a 10-mile flight, so we're going to do about 2,000 feet. Okay. Transponder. Okay, so we're looking good there. She is a noisy beast. And taxi and takeoff. That's air hauler telling me I'm good to go. And I haven't done anything special. I just loaded up the airplane. Didn't need to add any fuel. I think, let's see. I'm very low on fuel. We'll see. I only got to go 10 miles, and once I land, I'll refuel. And basically to refuel, all I do is go to weights and balances. I don't go back to air hauler. See if I got enough fuel to go 10 miles. I should have checked that. Alright, let's stop here for a second. Turn on taxi, turn on landing. Flaps to takeoff. Okay. Everything's looking good. Do something here. Go back to flight plan. And I'm going to go ahead and activate that one. Thank you. Very good. Alright. So 10.5 miles. Release the brakes. And it doesn't take much to get this bird in the air. And we are up. Fly this sector to your destination. I'm en route according to air hauler. So, we're on our way. 10-mile flight. It is very, very cloudy. It'll take about 3 minutes to get there. So there isn't much to it. Miles, and I think that's it right out here. We can see the beacon flashing. Yeah, okay. Yep, alright. Autopilot off. Slow this old girl down and get ready to land it. Here. And it says I'm way high. No kidding. Reversers, slow us down a bit. Turn off the runway. right up here and stop. Park and brake on. And shut down the motor. Okay, you can load fuel at this airport. Okay. So at this point, we'll let it stop. I hit Alt-Tab. That brings up the different screens. And we go to our big screen there. So we're now at the proper airport. So I can go here. Now you see that I've got cargo that needs to go on the airplane. So first, offload my fuel. Load cargo, okay. Then go ahead and load fuel to the max it'll allow, which at this point is 199 pounds, 2.2 hours of flight time, or 269 nautical miles for the Cessna. So I can read. Fuel has been loaded. Ground crew. Okay, everything's good to go. So hit Alt-Tab, and we're back to the simulator. So with that, go up to flight, and let's do this. Okay, go up here to flight, weights and balances. It shows I've got about 39 minutes of fuel. I'm going 77 miles, so I need a little more than that. So I'm going to put in about 2 hours worth. Apply changes. Now, see, that shows my fuel quantity, and it's gone up. And so again, all I do now is I start up the airplane, fly to Cal City, and unload the cargo, and everything's good to go. So, and that's all there is to it. So there you have it. Air hauler in X-Plane 11. I can fly any of the airplanes I have on X-Plane. Basically, I can't change things in air hauler. I can't change the airplane. As my business grows, I get enough money, I can buy other airplanes. And I'll go ahead and let's take a look at that. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of X-Plane. It takes me back here. Now we go to the options page, manage aircraft, and this list that you see here are all the aircraft that are available for purchasing. Now in X-Plane 11, this program was designed for X-Plane version 9. So it's a very old program. I cannot import my custom aircraft like I can in Air Hauler 2, which was unfortunately is for FSX and P3D. And it works really well. I still fly FSX in it. But I prefer X-Plane 11 personally. So if I make enough money, then like right now I've got the 172. Okay. So eventually, as I gain money and I want to carry heavier cargo loads, I think let's see, what is the cargo capacity? The largest one is 98,370 pounds, and that's a United Air Mohammed Gaz airplane, which may be the 747, I'm not sure. But I could buy that airplane, but I can still fly any flight I want using, the business would say I have that airplane, but I would be flying for me, I might fly the 737, I might fly the 707, any airplane I want in X plane. But these are the aircraft that I select for the business in Air Hauler. And you can say UI version, and it says X plane 9 aircraft. So basically that's all there is to this program. It's a simple program. It works well for me. It works well for a friend of mine that also flies with me. And we just keep moving on. So that's it. If you have any questions, feel free and ask me, in the comments on the videos, and I'll try to get them answered. That's how this video came about, was that a gentleman requested, wanted to know, how am I using Air Hauler in X-Plane 11? And the way I do things, as I've shown you here, I don't get any error messages. It works just like it's supposed to. The only issue is I can't import aircraft, and you see how I work around that. So it's great fun. It gives me a reason to fly, other than just getting in and going. I like to have goals in mind, and using Air Hauler helps me do that. I build my little virtual airline, and then I have to run it. I do the same thing with SimBuddy, which is another client that you build virtual airlines. Air Hauler is for cargo only, and that SimBuddy, you carry both actually. But in Air Hauler, the jobs or locations where these flights have to go to deliver these cargo are generated by the program. In SimBuddy, you have to set up your own routes, so you don't have the freedom of finding a place like Riverside. I wouldn't normally fly to Riverside, but that's where this job had to go, so that's where I'm flying to. In SimBuddy, you have to set up each one of your individual flights or your routes, and then the jobs are generated for those routes. So you get kind of the best of both worlds using both programs together. Now, if somebody could make a program that combines both, it would be heavenly. What can I say? It'd be exactly what I'm looking for. But until then, we do the workarounds, and we make this very fine old program work, and use as they slowly update the newer SimBuddy client, we'll see how things go. So I hope that answers all your questions. Again, if you have any questions, please leave comments, and I'll be happy to address them and do what I can to make things or explain things. So I hope this answered the questions. Hope you all have fun sim flying as I do. This old dog, it's the only flying I get to do anymore. So until next time, this is Bug Eater 64. Hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, as I always say, safe flying.